SpaceX's insane budget. 2021 has already been a golden year for Elon Musk. He started the year with a bang by becoming the richest man in the world. While most of Musk's wealth comes from the EV company Tesla, his other brainchild SpaceX simply cannot be ignored. The company was born in 2002, and its goal is to make space transportation cheaper and much easier. The company has come a long way since then, and by now it has launched 108 vehicles into space. Just last year, the company reached a value of $46 billion. This raises the question of where is the money coming from, and where is SpaceX spending it? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to discuss SpaceX's insane budget. I'm sure you already know that building rockets is neither an easy task nor a cheap one. You need millions of dollars for research and then millions more in order to build a successful spacecraft. SpaceX's first investment came in 2008 in the form of $20 million from the Founders Fund. While this seems like a crazy amount of money, it isn't enough to fund even one SpaceX project. In 2008, SpaceX completed the manufacturing and development of their first ever launch system called the Falcon 1. They tried to launch the vehicle several times, but their first 3 attempts were a fail. However, Falcon 1 managed to achieve orbit on its 4th try, and it was launched a 5th time so that it could send a commercial satellite into orbit. So in total, the vehicle was launched 5 times. Can you guess the cost of this whole project? Well, it was a whopping $90 million. Each launch cost $7 million. I mean, that's absolutely crazy, don't you think so? However, this was just the start of all the crazy things SpaceX managed to achieve. This milestone accelerated the growth of the company, and they started to receive even more investors. Companies like Draper Fisher Jerviston jumped in and decided to join SpaceX in all the fun it seemed to be having. However, the primary investor was still Elon Musk. Till early 2012, Musk owned 2/3 of the company's stock, and he had 70 million shares worth $855 million. I mean, these sound like outrageously huge numbers, but a company like SpaceX needs even larger funds in order to progress efficiently. By its 10-year anniversary, SpaceX had 4 large achievements. In 2008, it had become the first private company to fund the liquid-fueled rocket that reached orbit. By 2009, it had developed the first private liquid-fueled rocket which put a commercial satellite in orbit. In 2010, it became the first private company to successfully launch, orbit, and recover a spacecraft. And in 2012, it was the first private company to send a spacecraft to the International Space Station. This started a trail of projects, one after another, and the investors kept rolling in. By January 2015, the company had gotten $1 billion from Google and Fidelity. In exchange, they got 8.33% of the company. This hiked up the company's valuation to $12 billion. Things kept getting better and better. In 2017, the company raised another $350 million and was valued at $21 billion. The funds have just been increasing since then, and they'll probably keep increasing, considering the efficiency of the company. Just look at all its accomplishments. I mean, it comes as no surprise that the company has reached a value of $46 billion, and you can probably guess that it'll keep increasing exponentially. Perhaps an even more interesting fact about SpaceX is that its operation cost is much lower than NASA. Don't believe me? Well, hear it from NASA itself. In an assessment of cost report, the agency stated that it would have cost them $4 billion if they had tried to develop a rocket like the Falcon 9. And how much did it cost SpaceX? Well, both the Falcon 1 and Falcon 9 rockets are estimated to have cost approximately $390 million. That's 10 times less than the price quoted by NASA. Does that mean that SpaceX has the potential to leave NASA behind? Well, not really. Both were established for completely different reasons, and they have entirely different aims, which means they aren't really competitors. SpaceX is a private company that works for profit, while NASA is a government-funded agency. In fact, both agencies rely on each other for different things. SpaceX has received funding from NASA, which allows it to create its amazing space vehicles. On the other hand, NASA's Space Shuttle program ended in 2011, and it needs an aerospace company to create cargo spacecraft that can fulfill the agency's missions. It seems that SpaceX is the perfect option for this. In 2014, NASA awarded $2.6 billion to SpaceX so that the company could build its cargo spacecraft, Crew Dragon. Musk went on to say that the SpaceX program is within 1% of the NASA budget. It's right on budget, which is pretty good news. The first Crew Dragon was released in March 2019. However, it suffered a miserable fate. In just a few days, the spacecraft had a splashdown, and when it went down, millions of dollars went down along with it. However, by May 2020, SpaceX managed to perfect the design, and on the 31st of May, it became the first ever private company to send humans to the International Space Station. As you all probably know, SpaceX's journey doesn't end here. It wants to help in the colonisation of Mars. I mean, that's a huge goal. Considering the amount of success it has had and the number of investments it has received, SpaceX might manage to do that. How much money do you think they'll take? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed learning about SpaceX's insane budget, then hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.